We can start, yeah, wait a minute, let me get this part off. Are we all ready? Everybody's ready?
If you guys want to pretty much face John's camera, because mine is just a backup. I'm just trying to figure out how to get mine. Why? It's not allowing me to record. Alright, I don't know what's going on. Alright, I know what's going on, it's not allowing me to record it though.
So we're on?
No. So if you just, just go by John's video.
That's fine with me.
Okay,
Okay, so other than that, we're ready?
we're ready.
And John, you're rolling?
Yes.
Okay, we'll start. I will call the regular meeting of the Stoughton Redevelopment Authority meeting to order. Today being Wednesday, November 12th, 2025, 6:30. I'll start with a roll call of the members. Whoever wants to start first.
Here.
Rachel Lazarus. Natasha, thank you, and Bob Desmond, myself, also Peter Buckley, not present is Roberta Harbaugh. Now we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We'll go right into it, the purchase of 2-4 Perry. Okay, any updates on this one?
I think the sale was predicated on them getting some type of approval. The government is closed, so they're not able to get the required documentation. So I think they'll probably be looking for an extension as far as the future purchase.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions on that? All right, we can move, there's no vote on that. All right, SRA policies.
So can I just stop you for a second?
Sure can.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. I will need some help getting rid of like the last pieces of furniture in the office, like the gray cabinet there, which is completely empty, the
Okay.
mahogany dresser
Okay.
in the other room, the big one, unfortunately, and that table, we were reusing as a work table, which I put out on Facebook for 5 days and nobody wanted it.
Okay.
Um,
And we're gonna do what with it? Bring it over to the town, or
we can put it out and put a free sign on it, we can hire a junk hauler, but that's something the SRA needs to decide because we can't be scrambling last minute once the sale goes through.
okay? So we get some time, because I think if they're looking for a 30-day extension, we at least have another, I would say, 30 days. So yeah, we could probably try to coordinate and see what we can come
Yeah,
up
we'll
with.
get it out of here.
Okay, but I can't carry it,
No,
that's,
no,
okay.
no.
And then the other thing was, if this does go into December, I spoke to the vice chair about it, but we will have to hire a plow person.
Yeah, even if, we'll get it online anyways, yeah, it's a good idea to have it there. I have an idea, I have a name of a guy, if anybody else has names, let's throw them all together and see what we come up with. That way, we're not gonna need it for long, I'm assuming,
Hopefully.
so, yeah.
But we
so-
did have a shred company come and they did, take away and shred 16,
Awesome.
Wow.
boxes.
Good,
Awesome.
worth it,
So everything's done as far as shredding's concerned?
Yes,
Awesome.
perfect.
Great job.
Oh, that is a good job. All right, nothing else, we'll go on to the SRA policies. I apologize, I didn't look in-depthly at everything.
that's the one that the chair had sent around a while back.
Yep. And I think one of mine was in there that I put in from a while ago.
You had one, or yours was a mission statement, I thought?
This is, oh, policies, mine was the mission statement. you're
Yeah,
right.
okay.
My apologies.
I didn't really, I think it's high level, it kinda, doesn't get into the nitty gritty, but I think it's good to have a policy in place, so, unless someone wants to make some changes, I'd make a motion to approve it or table it.
I wanted to get a little bit more in depth. I remember talking about having separate policies for the chair and possibly vice chair, it should just be like for that, and also for the treasurer as well. And we might need one since the community CPC representative is part of it, so that might also want to be added. I also wanted to know, do we have a Facebook account?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So would that be able to post like updates or something? As I know that there have been people on the Facebook, some on town groups occasionally like making false statements that I want to correct. I want to have the ability to correct, and under this policy I wouldn't be able to be like, actually no, we didn't spend $200,000 on this.
That's right, I've seen some of those statements too, and the chair has asked me not to respond to them. Our account, the SRA account is for, currently for publicizing events like upcoming meetings, like today I posted, just to remind everyone, I post copies of the agenda on Facebook. I post videos of the meeting, but other than that, that's pretty much what that account's for.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, you don't want misinformation out there.
And like, do you spend a lot of time on Facebook versus do you want someone else to be just spreading lies? Like,
Right.
there is a balance to be struck.
Right, I guess we could have maybe a further discussion in the sense that, for point of clarification, it's recently been stated, we spent $200,000, this is, and that way it's at least on ours, rather than getting into the,
And I think that would be totally appropriate to be posted by the SRA. And not by a personal account.
correct, yep, but yeah, if someone's saying something inaccurate and it needs to be corrected, then, I'm sure we can.
As long as you have the correct information.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't think it's a platform for a back and forth.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
absolutely.
And I don't
wanna
want to
get
create
into
it,
that.
Absolutely not.
Because you can set the thing up where you can post, but you can't comment.
Yes.
And that's basically how it's set up now, right? Is it something like that?
Right, and I'm the admin of it,
Yeah.
and anything that is posted other than the announcement of upcoming meetings has to be run by the board first.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, a link for the meeting or the agenda or anything else,
Or
there's
any
nothing.
events we co-sponsor or something, or
Yeah.
sponsor?
But I mean, outside of that, you haven't done anything other than that, because once in a while I'll get a click and it says, here's the agenda. But yeah, no, I'd certainly,
Just to go further on these policies, it was, I mentioned a long time ago when she brought it up, each one of these is a separate policy. It should be a separate policy and set up as a policy. These are good bullet points, that's how I took them. I wouldn't vote today to put these into effect as a policy, because they're extremely vague. And I think each one of these, for the most part, should have its own separate policy into it.
Yeah, I think I'd like more detail on those. I also would like something about responding in a timely and appropriate fashion, a respectful fashion, to be added to that.
I was hoping that we could vote on this because this has been out there for a few months now.
I can't vote on it the way it's written here.
Okay,
No.
but I mean, I haven't received any feedback.
No, we haven't, it's our fault on that, that's fine, but that's our bad. So, but then that's just the fire under our butts to get going on it.
so we have homework.
Okay, thank
My
you.
point is this, are there any policies before this?
I sent a link to everyone on the SRA to all the policies that are on my laptop, but there's probably 100 policies.
That's where I suggest we should start there and see if they're already in effect and they've been voted on.
Yeah, because I can't print out all of them.
Of course.
There's so many.
All right, we'll have to, that's where we should be looking on that and see how these already in there. These might be already in there,
Yeah.
except for maybe the social media stuff, probably not. But any communications, board responsibilities, all that should be in those,
Yeah.
which should be a policy.
Yeah. And maybe we could put it on the screen, kind of review that as well, you know what I mean?
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
When we're reviewing them
The
one by
on the
one.
screen, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
The link, we can bring the link up on the screen, we're all looking
You
at
say,
it,
does
we're looking at it.
Does this
Maybe
cover,
one meeting.
you know, enough, is this, you know, obviously this is high level,
No, I mean, I sent the link to everyone on the SRA to
Right.
access at your house.
right?
So you
Okay.
can, cause there's about 100 policies.
Right, right, yep,
And they're all in individual folders.
okay.
Yeah. Because there's an actual format that policies are supposed to be written in too, and it's, then we can, if it's been that way, the ones that you have, then better way to follow suit on those. And then anything in there, but like I said, I bet you a lot of these in here are already answered in the policies. That's all I have on that one. If nothing more, we'll move on to comments. Do we have anybody, well, we're not online, so we don't have public comments tonight. No one's in our forum, so we go to chair comments. Did Roberta have anything that she had written or anything like that for comments?
No, she didn't.
Anybody else have comments?
The only thing I saw was, the planning board had a meeting at the library, and on that meeting, there was a consultant that was brought in to kind of streamline the process, and as far as projects, zoning, all the things you can do to kind of, you know, obviously right now, things take way too long to get approved, and so they're looking at different ways. But the SRA was mentioned in that a couple of times. And so if you get a chance, it's on the planning board, it's on SMAC. And found it kind of interesting. What they were looking for is the approval from the planning board, which they got. Now I believe they bring it to the select board to see if they can incorporate it. So if you get a chance, it's, you know, it's at the end of the meeting, and she just has a PowerPoint presentation and all the things that she, you know, they think that they can do to improve the process and help us as far as housing is concerned. So it's the only thing I really had to bring.
You think it's on, wait, I'm sorry, Natasha, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna ask, that's on the latest planning board meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
In line to what we have discussed in the past, Bobby, is that what you're saying on that type of?
A lot of the things that they mentioned, you know, have already been suggested, some of them by the SRA. You know, but apparently, you know, unfortunately, it takes a consultant to come in and kind of look at it from a high level and take the input from all members of the different participants and come up with a game plan. So, you know, they're in, I think it's 4 phases. They're on phase 4. And so, you know.
That's their schedule, looking at that.
Yeah, so they did phase 1. I think some of us were at some of those meetings. I think one was at the town halls, one was on
Now I
online.
remember what you're talking about,
Yeah.
yes.
You know, who needs housing, where should housing be prioritized, framework goals and strategies, you know. So it was just, they mentioned the SRA a couple of times, so I think everyone should be kind of aware of that, and if you get a chance, maybe take a quick peek at it as well.
Thanks. Donna, did you have anything else?
I do not.
I just wanted to say the treasurer thing is still, I think I sent everyone the email that there's still another form that we should have signed that we hadn't signed. So now I need something on SRA letterhead, having what's the exact wording? They need a letter saying that Robert Desmond will no longer be the administrator of the online banking account and designating Rachel Lazarus instead. And then I really want to just make a checklist of all the things that need to be transferred over from one treasurer to the other. For the future, that we can make this less of a process for poor
Yeah.
Bob.
Streamline it, yeah.
Yeah.
So if Donna was nice enough to type that letter up, do I need to sign it? Do I need to go to the bank again?
I did type a letter asking to add your name to the account, but the chair doesn't want your name removed from the account.
Yes, but I still need administrator access.
Okay,
So,
Okay,
so that's what you need?
yeah.
okay.
Are they saying that only one's allowed?
I don't think,
Okay.
they never mentioned that, they just said, well, the only one on is Bob. So,
Okay, I can do that.
okay.
Okay, and if you need me to meet you there, or
Yeah.
sign a letter or whatever we need to do to get you through the finish line, just let me know.
They might need Roberta's signature as well, so,
Okay,
but,
So I can just type it and then send
Yeah.
it to you and Roberta with the CC to Rachel?
Yeah.
So that you
Yeah.
know that,
that'd be great,
and then you
Yeah.
guys can sign it.
yeah,
yeah,
yep, and if that's what it takes, that's what it takes, so sure, not a problem.
yeah.
Awesome. All right, from there, anybody else have anything else? Nothing to add? Awesome, consent agenda, minutes of the previous meeting. This is the minutes of the October 8th meeting, Donna, on those? That's what we're
Yeah.
looking at?
Yes, the open session meetings.
Yeah, I read them this time, so
Yeah.
I thought you did a great job.
Yeah,
So unless someone's got some comments,
I'm good.
motion
I was
to,
there, it was good.
motion to approve the minutes for the
Second.
October 8th meeting?
Motion
Second.
made and seconded, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. All right, very good, we go to the paid and unpaid bills. Anything we need specifically to pay attention to, Donna?
Well, my bill, but further on in the agenda is the legal bill, but the SRA wants that separate as this, listed as a separate line item, so
Okay,
it's further in the agenda.
okay.
I just had one question, Donna. It looked like on the bill, there was an outstanding $100. Is that just because we short paid them the previous time?
I don't know
Okay.
the answer to that, because it's a brand new bill.
Okay, because it says it was $687.50 and then it looked like there was an outstanding $100. So I'm just wondering, usually when they send us a bill, we pay it.
Do you want me to confirm that it is $687.50 that we owe?
The way things have been going, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to
Okay,
just double check.
Because those were phone calls that the chair, I believe, had in the last month.
Right, and, yeah, it's like 30 days, everything's within 30 days, it's not outstanding, it's not past the 30 days, but the bill that you paid included $100 that would seem to be outstanding, so I was just looking for some clarification, so.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so it says total for this invoice $577.50, total amount to pay is $687.50. So it tells me there's $110 that was unpaid. And that might be, I don't know, there's a $110 charge on 9/4, but it's included in this dollar amount. So, I don't know, I just,
Yeah, that must have crossed in the mail because I have paid all the legal bills up to date.
that's what I was thinking as well, yeah, so. Just maybe
A perusal?
a quick, I see, getting ready to pay this and there's a $110 outstanding. Could you please verify that?
Okay, and if they do say that we only owe the $577, do you wanna write out a separate check? Because I wrote out a check for the $687 tonight. Or do you want me to avoid the $687? How do you want me to, since we don't meet till December?
That would get us into, after 30 days.
Worst case scenario, we can void it out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would do it, what I would do is entertain a motion be made with the stipulation that after clarification of that, to pay the bills, that would be my recommendation on that. They can, whoever can make their own motion, but just to put it in there pending, we'll hold that, we'll pay that bill if that's what it is.
Right,
But if it's different, then we would void the check out and submit the correct amount.
right, but I have to get 2 signatures on the check.
Yeah, we can,
Yeah.
So I'd have to leave it in the office for 2 people to
that'll
come
be
back.
given to you, one of the two,
Yep,
Yeah.
we'll meet at the bank.
or the bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that I saw. And I guess, boy, I got a lot to talk about tonight. I did notice there was an increase in the amount that we're getting from Wind Waste.
Yes, every
Okay.
November.
It goes
Yeah.
up, it goes up.
Can you, sorry, I don't mean to give you a bunch of tasks to do, Donna, but you know, that's all based on the consumer index.
Right, and Roberta thinks it's low, but I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if we could just send them a quick, hey, we've got this, can you please share with us your formula for calculating the new rent amount? You know, what was it based on? It seemed to be, I think, 2%, and I just wanna know for future reference how that's calculated. Cause it just seems like they do, you know, they changed the dollar amount and there wasn't any clarification, and if you read the lease, it's, you know, it's like, you know, there's 3 different indexes that they're looking at, so maybe they can explain it to us and say, you know, this is the index we use, this is the time frame, this is the, you know, based on the contract, it's 2.5%, and that's what we paid you, and that way we all have a clear understanding rather than, hey, here's a new dollar amount.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I don't wanna, you know.
Yeah, no, I can contact them.
Okay.
I know Roberta thought it seemed a little low, but I wasn't sure, and Roberta and I had a discussion about it, about where the formula would be in the lease.
Yeah, I mean, if you read it, it's, you know, you're just scratching your head saying, okay, you know, pi equals square two, you know.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's like, so if they could just break it down for us, that way we can ensure that, you know, we're getting what we need to get.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Okay, that done. We need a motion, I believe, to do the, well, we'll do that the whole consent agenda, is that all right? You agree to that? We'll agree to the consent agenda as a whole instead of the individual? That being said, was there any other correspondence that we got in?
There was one just from the insurance company.
Yeah, I think that was spam, or like one of those automated things.
Right, regarding if you want an umbrella policy.
Oh, okay. Other than that, if no other questions, I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
Also with that stipulation on that one bill, Donna, as we did it, that after clarification, if that bill's correct, then we'll pay it. If not, then we'll issue another check for the correct amount.
Okay.
Everybody good with that?
Mhm.
Right, good, right. Finance review.
So I did finally hear back from our accountant, who says that the 2024 annual report will be completed by Friday, November 14th. I am fairly annoyed that she essentially ghosted us for several months. I couldn't even figure out if her website was still active when I tried searching for her. But if she gets that done by the 14th, good. If not, then I don't really know what to do.
I sent her all the documentation.
I know you did. No. And I got your email about that too. So it's very clearly she did not do what she promised to do until 3 months of emails from my end. So I was literally, I wrote a letter to the chair and to Donna saying, I think we should look for another accountant Friday afternoon. Monday morning, she said it'll be done on November 14th. I would be happy to learn how to do this to save us the money in the future and the annoyance. Or like to teach whoever becomes treasurer after me how to do it, as Reggie was giving me some pointers. But it's just frustrating.
Yeah, I share that concern as well. I know Donna last year, and I was thinking about it, we had to send several emails to get you a 1099 to, you know, for you,
Right.
so we really wanna be, you know, hey, and hopefully she follows through on the 11th, on the 14th, excuse me, and then we could probably send a follow-up, you know, the expectation, again, this year is for you to do the 1099, and when you have that amount, you don't have to wait till December 31st. If you have that amount, or if you need assistance getting it, let me know. I got access to the bank account. Rachel will as well. So want to get that in ASAP.
Okay, she bases it on my invoices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as soon as we have our December meeting and that invoice is approved, I can send all the
Great.
invoices.
Absolutely. Yeah. Don't wait. Don't get it in December,
Mhm.
and that way she's got that much more time. I mean, it's you know.
Do we have her like on retainer? Does she have a contract with us or, okay,
No, nothing.
so
you know, and I'd like to
Shop
utilize.
around.
Yeah, definitely, but I mean, I think we've all tried, but I don't think we found a replacement, but again, the other thing would be, you know, is if we sell this, being a quasi, you know, state agency, do we pay capital gains tax, and that'd be another thing that we'd wanna.
Yeah, that you'd need a real accountant for.
Yeah.
I can just put together like the end of year file.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
her firm does
Yes.
that though, I mean, are they in Norwood? Where are they?
Mansfield.
Mansfield, yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, I know Reggie's driven over there, you know, to kind of expedite things at some point and years ago. So
She drove at my house unannounced.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that was recently, wasn't it?
yeah.
When was that?
She just showed up at my house. She's like, I'm outside right now.
That's when I first got on. That I remember
Really?
you saying
Yeah.
that. Yeah. It was in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Within the last year.
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
Okay. That's a little,
Note to self: don't show
Okay,
up at
yeah.
Donna's house unannounced.
yeah.
No, I mean, I was just having dinner, but I just got a text, I'm here.
Usually, yeah, you shouldn't be communicating that way.
Yeah, that's, but yeah, definitely do it, let's see if we can do, all of us can reach out and see if we can find a firm that would be willing to do that. And I don't know if it has to be, I think the only reason other than you doing it personally is I think it has to be signed off by a CPA.
Yeah, no, and
So-
which I am not.
Right.
But we can find CPAs.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
Or wait, are you a CPA?
No, but I know plenty.
Don't do it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let me just hand over all of this.
Yeah, there you go.
to
Here's a
And we never got a list. I requested multiple times a list of what we needed to supply her with, and she just said, send us your finances.
Right, yeah.
And
Yeah, you need more than that.
finally, I got to the point where I just said, here are my invoices, here are the legal invoices, here's the 1099 form we got in the mail, and here's our expenses.
Yeah,
And I said, if you need anything else, let me know, and she never responded.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I am not sure how accurate it's going to be if she's not at, like, if that's all.
Right, yeah. We don't want to
So-
wait 2 or 3 months to get a response, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But we just haven't had any luck with, you know, I know we reached out to other,
And I remember someone, it might have been one of you two, before I learned your names, just explained to me, like, this is a really, like, it's a small enough account that they don't really get anything from, like, clients, so it's hard to find someone interested in doing it, so.
yeah, very well put. Kind of hurts our feelings, but that's okay.
No, but it was coming from one of you. I don't,
Yeah.
not from me.
Yeah, no, I've
you're
reached out to a couple and, yeah, it's so, but yeah, if we can find someone to streamline it, keep on, working at that would be great.
Yeah. I just like a clear contract of you will have this done by this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a budget allocated? Like, how much are we paying this firm?
I think last year's was like 850 for the end of year report, but I don't,
I think you're pretty close, and then
yeah.
the 1099s was a separate charge, I could probably.
Yeah, that was only like $50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was very quick.
Yeah.
I just think it's time to shop.
Yeah, just can't seem to find a suitable replacement, but that doesn't mean we can't stop trying.
Yeah.
All right, Rachel, anything else on the
Nope.
financial review?
I hope to be able to let you know it's been received by the 14th, but after that I don't know, and I'm gonna be out for the next 2 weeks after that, so.
Okay. All right, very good. We'll move on to, all right, you want the payment of the legal invoice. That's what you had down here, Donna.
Right.
What do we want to discuss on that? I gotta pull it back out again.
I think you decided to pay that after you find out an answer to the question about whether we owe that full amount. We
On that
discussed-
one, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that was the one we just talked about?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a different vendor. Okay.
There's 2 different things, isn't there? There was one on the consent agenda for paid bills, and then there's the legal invoice 22.
She did mention that in the consent agenda, though, right? That was the same one we were talking about? How about the $100 difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it the,
now I'm confused.
the one about Jeff,
Yeah,
or is that coming up?
the urban renewal plan.
That's the urban renewal plan.
Okay, so that's a different.
That's a different one.
Okay.
So, all right, if we already discussed that, anything more you want on that, Donna? If that was the.
No, just I didn't have it under the consent agenda because you guys wanted it as a separate line item
Okay.
on the agenda.
Makes it perfect, perfect, all right. So we're all set with that then, right? We've already decided that one, so
Right.
good, all right, good. Mission statements, do we wanna, this is the one I put out a while ago.
Yeah,
Now, good.
I typed up, just kind of moving them around, the words around a little bit, to make it a little clearer because there's a lot in there, and I think you said you were combining two. So, John, did you hand these out? Because I also have copies.
I have them.
Okay, great, so.
Sorry, it's me.
What I had a question about is, can we work directly with nonprofits?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
She asked if we can work directly with nonprofits, we can.
Oh, okay.
We can, yeah.
Because if so, then there are some interesting opportunities that can be added to new business, so.
I mean, I don't wanna be the first one to comment, but.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Please.
So I think it's, a lot of the verbiage is great, I think it gets to the point, I just don't know about the mission is to develop and implement redevelopment, which it is, in urban renewal programs to improve Stoughton, so I think that's a little bit more specific to programs to improve Stoughton, I'm just not sure.
That was actually something I hesitated on because I know Roberta didn't want us to be restricting ourselves to just urban.
Right,
I would say that the urban renewal plan is redevelopment, so you could just take out and urban renewal and, then
renewal,
it's renewal.
You can't have one without the other, in my opinion.
Because it would be a redevelopment program, but if Peter has a,
Now, my input is to leave it in, but.
okay.
Is there anything we need to discuss on that?
I have got mine. This is just more me reading.
Do we
No,
do
go-
it?
But does this
I don't
sound
think so.
Okay, we don't.
better if it says the SRA's mission is to develop, comma, implement,
I think it's there if we
comma,
needed it.
redevelop urban renewal programs to improve rather than
develop, implement, and what was the third
Well, I
one?
said, it's to develop, implement,
Mhm.
redevelop urban renewal programs to improve Stoughton's economic base and or because it just seems like it's or are we trying to say redevelopment and
Right,
Yeah,
right,
urban, we
That's-
could
that's
do it
where-
urban renewal and redevelopment.
right.
So if we switch that, then that'll,
Okay. Yeah.
so then we have both. And then we say, and implement urban renewal and redevelopment programs.
get you, yeah.
Yeah. Like there's so much.
When you're done, could you just do a final reading of that sentence?
Yeah, so, and I put it in the SRA mission draft that I think I shared with you. So the SRA's mission is to develop and implement urban renewal and redevelopment programs to improve Stoughton's economic base and to promote policies and programs to encourage reinvestment in Stoughton.
Thank you.
Should we say economic base which promote policies? Sorry, just.
No,
No, it's just what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's what it's all about.
Okay, just show me where in the document. I need to add some words.
Where is government? Where am I? Base, economic base. Economic base which promote.
Okay.
Actually promotes, should be an S.
No, I don't know if that actually works though, because to improve economic base, which promote, like, what is that? So you're, developing, so 1 second.
Or get rid of the and to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
Stoughton's economic base to promote.
Yeah.
right, get rid of the, yeah, that would make more.
Well, what I was actually gonna do, the SRA's mission is to develop and implement urban renewal and redevelopment programs to improve Stoughton's economic base and to encourage reinvestment in Stoughton. Mm.
Or we could just chat GPT that.
No, no. No, the problem is that I just deleted the sentence I was working on. And then, okay. The SRA's mission is to develop and implement urban renewal programs to improve Stoughton's economic base and to encourage reinvestment in Stoughton. So that's a slightly different sentence as the third sentence in there. So, the SRA's mission is to develop and implement urban renewal and redevelopment programs to improve Stoughton's economic base and to encourage reinvestment in Stoughton. And then to this end, we seek out and I think that's clean. I think that's cleaner, but it's not the same edit that you had, so.
You'll send that and you'll
Yeah.
email that, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so never lend your laptop to a 7-year-old. Key lesson here.
as well.
You want this one first?
Alright, so you're just gonna send us an updated one, and
Yeah, on that, yeah.
so everyone just,
Need this one, top side, right?
come back with any other,
Top side.
and hopefully we can do that before the next meeting.
Yeah, like I'm not aware of what we can do via email. I just updated the draft that all of you have access to, so it should be in your email.
Okay.
Um,
So we'll vote on it at the next meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
have a final draft of it.
Mm.
All right, we'll do that. All right, moving along, let's go to number 10, the urban renewal plan discussion. Are we done with discussing that as far as, did we already discuss in it, or anybody else? have
We
anything?
didn't really discuss it last time. I would just like to propose that we send it to the select board without doing an not doing an environmental notification form, just sending that along. And then that would end our involvement with an urban renewal plan.
Does this go hand in hand with that letter?
The letter that I wrote, yes.
I read the letter,
Yeah, so let's just pass it on.
Yeah.
I'm
We
fine with
didn't
that.
have enough people last time, so.
Oh, I'm fine with
Okay.
that, yeah.
So I make a motion that we send this letter to the select board, read the urban renewal plan, sending it to the select board for their consideration and their decision.
I think you want a roll call vote, because the first sentence says that the SRA voted, and it says put vote count here, so. I
Yeah,
think-
that part needs to also be done, so.
So I think you wanna do a roll count right here tonight, so that I can put in that letter.
Is that today's date on there as well, associated with the number? It is, you put it, okay.
I put in 11/12
All right, we'll
and
do a roll
then,
call.
yeah.
Motion's been made, any second?
Second.
We'll start with a roll call.
I vote yay.
Natasha?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
I vote yes as well.
Okay.
So 4-0, one abstain, one absent.
And who made the motion, please, and who seconded?
I made the motion,
Bob
Bob
seconded.
seconded.
Okay.
Trying to find it here. I read the letter, I thought it was good. I think
To the point.
you thanked everyone for the that's been involved, because that was
Yeah,
planning boards.
I didn't know if I should go more or less, and I, just for a time, just thanking all the members of the SRA and mentioning the BSC group. At all.
That was appropriate, direct.
And, you know, not for nothing, maybe this will, you know, go further than previous discussions, because I know when we spoke with them, we have not had any type of correspondence, no one's reached out to us, you know, and that was,
Aside from, I mean, I think,
Simple, yeah.
I think it was,
Months, year ago.
I think it was a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a year, we sat in the town manager's office and said, hey, we've done what we can, and if you wanna take it any more, then, you know, that's,
I just think, we needed to send, like, I don't think there's ever a letter sent to the select board saying, we're holding pending this. So, like, again, many balls in the air, it got dropped, I think. Everyone thought it was someone else's job, so.
What, to pass it on?
To discuss, I'm sorry, I'm already on the next thing. So,
No, but who passed the buck on what?
no, because you were under the impression it needed to go to the planning board was under the impression we needed to do something, et cetera, so it all, like, everyone thought someone else had to do the next step, and it turned out it was the SRA that actually had to send it along, which we just did.
well, I think,
I thought we did it a long time ago.
yeah, I think.
Yeah, but it wasn't reflected in the minutes that we had, so.
Okay, but the planning board did approve it.
Yes,
So,
yes,
and there was no discussion as to
Right.
what the process was. The planning board
Right.
approved it, we brought it over, the town made their changes.
yeah,
We presented it to the chairman of the select board and the town manager, said, we're more than happy to work with you if you wanna bring this to the next level. And as of today, we have never received an email, a phone call, or any type of interaction that they wanna take it to the next level,
If
so.
you want minutes, reflect those minutes, because it was discussing something in an
Right,
open meeting.
right.
So those are the minutes that were reflected.
So I don't think it was anything on the redevelopment's part that stopped that process.
Yeah, we
so-
never got an approval from the planning board on the final changes.
Yeah, so that's exactly the kind of drop ball that we're all responding to, but now we can just push it forward and off of our desk.
Off it goes. Very good.
All right.
CPC activities. Oh, I'm sorry.
Before you go, we were gonna talk about, possibly having BSC come to explain this bill that they sent, this invoice, saying that there was $8,000 that dropped from their accounting system.
Ditto.
Okay, so do you wanna
It dropped from ours too.
Yeah, it was the MIPA task and fee.
So they're saying that we owe another 8,000 because they dropped it out of their accounting system?
Yes. It says the email below is from our project controller who noticed that a MEPR task and fee was dropped from our urban renewal invoices when BSC switched from one accounting system to another.
Okay. When did that email come out?
It was October 6th, and it's right after the
Yeah.
letter to the urban renewal select board that we just discussed.
Yep.
He says, I know that when I met with the SRA last month, I stated that our last invoice was for 100% completion of all services, less the retainage you are holding. However, the invoice did not include the MEPR task. It was mistakenly dropped from our invoices after the date of the attached invoice, March 14th, 2023. The total value of that task is $16,000. We have invoiced, please see attached, for 50% completion of that task, which the SRA has paid. I am not asking for a contract amendment. This $16,000 fee is part of the original contract. I'm hoping that you will honor an updated invoice from us for the
Did they-
remaining $8,000.
Did they
Show
ever
us.
finish the MIPA ENF? Or,
I'd wanna,
because that was the thing that I thought they didn't do because, or we voted not to do because of the $75,000.
absolutely, yeah.
So-
And I'd want a detail, I would like a breakdown of every contract, every bill, how much we've paid. I just don't think it's fair to come back after, and that's the reason I brought him the last time, was because some of those invoices and some of the billings that we received, I still had questions on, but he came here, he said everything, I just don't,
Okay, so they're saying that this is partially the 3D graphics, which I don't think I've ever seen. Were they in the plan?
They were graphics.
Okay, there were 3D graphics in the plan. And so, yeah, we could, or Donna could ask for a breakdown, or Roberta, since all things should be going through the chair.
Show us where it's originally in the contract.
I think they did, I think it's in there, and then the breakdown that he provided, and it would never require a contract amendment if it was in the original.
Right, he's,
But I mean, we went through the billing a month ago, and he walked out of here saying the only thing that we owed him was the retaining fee, and, to come back,
I
I
stand
mean,
by that,
they-
what he said then. Yeah.
well, yeah, but also this was something he wasn't aware of because the email alerting him was from September 19th. So, like, he did a good faith. At the time that he came here, it seemed like it was good faith. He just did not have the information that Nikki did.
Who
Still not
could do a
mine.
reconciliation on our end in terms of all the amounts that was paid, Rachel?
Thanks. Yeah, I could, but
I think I'd put the onus on, I don't mean to speak for you or
Yeah.
interrupt you, but I'd put the onus on them, I wouldn't put the onus on us. I would say to them, when was the first contract, when was the second contract, and get a breakdown. I mean,
yeah.
I don't
I
know,
think
I
that
don't know
should
how.
be pretty easy for them to do too.
Bob's right
I-
on that one, just get a breakdown of that, and then just ask for that their breakdown
Yeah.
for it, so that, and put it in there, that we're gonna match it to
I
ours.
don't-
But they're already saying like, hey, you haven't paid us, so it's like already their system is.
Every time this guy comes back to us, we owe him more money.
Right.
And that's what it comes, this is like the third time, and it's
Right.
like,
And
prove it to us.
And it's not for nothing, if I have my roof done and it's $10,000 and they come and I give them a $5,000 deposit and, you know, there's a tracking mechanism there that tells me, okay, I'm at 10,000, if I have to go over, I go over. You can't tell me that this contract was in the system, you know, and just arbitrarily it got dropped. And everyone's numbers are great, as you know, in accounting, you know, where's the end result? I mean, there has to be some type of accountability. And just because you switch, you know, and, you know, again, I know everyone switches from different accounting software, that's fine. But to come up and just arbitrarily say, oh, by the way, you know, you owe us an additional $8,000, you know, and, you know, I would say to them, you know, then give me the detailed breakdown of exactly dollar for dollar, what was charged, and, you know,
Yes.
I just,
And it actually should be pretty easy to bring that up because they do include the date of the original invoice. So, I don't know if I can do it right now, maybe? We'll see. Because I do have Reggie's email, so.
that also leads to, you know, was the data that we received and the information that we received previously, was that accurate? You know, I mean, when was the accounting software changed? You know, it's just way too many questions and to arbitrarily, I mean, he sat here A through Z, and again, if he didn't know, he didn't know. But, you know, from my perspective, I wouldn't pay $8,000 because someone changed their software. I would need much more accountability and bills as far as that's
Yeah, so
concerned.
this is the same invoice that was voted on or approved on the April 2023 agenda. So, like, this is how far back it goes.
2023 and we're in 2025?
Almost 2026.
Yeah.
Look, it's government work, gotta go slow. Let me just see.
Cause it's really 11, I mean, if they go by the 8,000, it's really 11,000, cause
Right.
you're not counting the 3,800.
Right, yeah.
Okay, all right, can we figure this out at another, can we table this item?
Yeah.
So let's table this is gonna eat up a lot of time on that one to look for it. So let's table that one there, and then we'll get a complete thing when Rachel's done researching them out.
Okay.
Awesome. Go over to CPC activities.
You know, only one article got approved at town meeting, which was the conservation area. It was a small article that got pretty close to unanimous decision as far as that was concerned. And then we are currently have 10 articles for the upcoming town meeting. And at our last meeting, we voted down the theater. That was, I think the town meeting reps spoke for that and didn't want to proceed with it. So at that point, we're at $6.5 million. I think that was $2 million, now we're down to about 4.5. So we're starting to go through the formal process of, you know, approving them, which we have having an extra meeting on Monday. And then we have a follow-up meeting the first week in December. So we'll see, hopefully have an update by our next meeting as to what got approved, what didn't get approved. But there's some good articles coming up, you know, some really good improvements as far as the town's concerned, so.
Cool.
I'm not
And
gonna-
that's to make the theater parking.
Mr. Stagnoni came in here to our meeting and, you know, wanted to rebuild it. The town wants to have it, demo it. You know, and I want to give a shout out to Mr. Stagnoni. He did a great job. A lot of doors were shut in his face, and he really had, you know, put his heart and soul in that. But unfortunately, it's just not financially feasible, at least from the town's perspective. But yeah, one of the articles at town meeting that they passed was to, I think it was $1 million to demo it and, you know, take some insurances that the public gets their taxpayer money back and put a lien on the property, so. But yeah, that's, so, I think think he was, the owner was doing some work, and if he continues that, then that's something that we might not have to do, but if he stops, then at least we have this to come back to him and say, okay, we're gonna take over and go.
Are they doing this under eminent domain? Or
Um,
where is their authority to demo, is where I'm wondering.
I'm thinking, and I don't wanna speak out of turn, but I think that once the fire chief condemns the building, then that plays a major role in demoing the property. So I don't think they're not acquiring the property from
Right.
eminent domain. I think they're demoing it for safety reasons. You don't want firefighters going into a building that's gonna crumble on them, so, he made a nice presentation at town meeting, and, I think they'll be moving forward with that,
Okay.
so.
Cool? Alright, we got that one. Donna, we already did the accounting firm update? Is that safe to say?
Well, we haven't received the financial report yet, so that's gonna stay open until we
Till we
receive
do.
the report.
Okay, so we'll table that one.
Hopefully the 14th we get that.
Yeah.
The vote to approve the September 10th executive session minutes.
Yes. You guys tabled it to the October meeting, and there were no executive session minutes at the October meeting. Because Mr. Desmond wanted to review it a little.
Yeah, I read them, I'm fine with them.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
Anyone else have any?
Yeah, I was fine.
So I will make a motion to approve the executive sessions from September 10th.
Motion made.
My second.
Rachel seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
None opposed? Very good. Done. Action item list. That's a much smaller list.
And I still haven't reached out to the treasurer. I'm thinking of just emailing her, and getting a copy of, property that, we may have the opportunity to work with a potential developer to, see if we can, get those properties back on the books and start getting them, some taxes collected on them, so. I don't know if she has the time. When I reached out earlier, they had the special town meeting, and she had an article, so I can still reach out to her, but in the meantime, I can also ask for a list, and that's what I'll, that was the main reason I wanted her to actually come and speak to us.
Okay, Mr. Vice Chair?
Yeah, is anybody all set with those? Alright, any new business?
I wanted to suggest possibly, I know there's some kind of grant that we offer, or have offered in the past. And I think we should see if there's some way that we can support maybe like high school students who are proposing projects. There's a business class at the school. They're currently selling like Stoughton branded gear. So we might be able to work with them a little bit. I know that there are some students who want to do something climate related that would improve the town. And like again, like that might be something that we can give them like a small grant to do something larger. So I just wanted to know about, I don't remember what they were called exactly. I remember I emailed Donna before I was on the board about the link being broken, but I can't remember the name of it now.
There is a form and an application on the SRA page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to apply.
Yeah, so like we could publicize that, like maybe putting it in the town crier or something that we can offer. Like,
Yeah, I mean, we've done that in prior years. We did that with the Friends of Stoughton, I believe, and they put some lights or something to that effect. I think, we made a donation to the banners.
Yeah,
But yeah, and we can certainly,
yeah,
put something out there, and, I believe we budgeted, don't quote me, I think it was either $1,000 or $1,500. So if we could get, some applications where there's, $300, $500 ones, or whatever the case may be, yeah, I don't see any.
like if we cap it at like $500 or $1,000 or whatever, and see if there are any things, and we can vote on them.
Now, what kind of projects are we talking about?
I mean, it depends on what people bring to us. I know, the high school students that I'm thinking of, I actually think they received a grant to do something related to recycling in Stoughton. But like maybe someone wants to like do a refresh of their like front window or something, or there's a problem that they need help with. We are a source that we can do this.
Are there guidelines that we have to adhere to award these grants?
I assume there is on the, again, I can't remember the name of it, 1 second.
I think it's on the website.
I think
Well,
it's
it's
on the
something to
website, yeah.
entertain anyways, I
Yeah.
have to put it out.
It's kind of like a scholarship thing in general.
Right.
I think is how I put it. Oh yeah, no, here it is. Missing link is for the community outreach donation application request and community outreach grant request policy. And Donna fixed that link, so it's there, so I just wanna publicize it, basically.
So when you say you wanna publicize it, so, the town crier, is that what you're looking at, or?
Town crier, like, maybe we could put like a flyer, make a flyer, I don't have any skill in that, but like just a flyer to like put at the library if there's like a small business that wants to do something, just like the stuff that we actually put in the mission statement. We could do more, why not do more? Especially since urban renewal plan is done on our end, and we're selling this building, so we have a little more money, let's invest it in the town somehow. And see if people,
Yeah, I mean, if,
Like-
yeah, I mean, absolutely, if,
Yeah.
if there's a grant there, then, like I said, I've done, the banners was a great one, the Friends of Stoughton was, so, yeah, we can certainly, get the applications going. I don't know if there's a specific time frame or,
I don't know either.
yeah, so we can certainly, speak to that,
Yeah.
maybe at the next meeting.
It's just
Did
something
you
that
wanna design a flyer and submit it to the next meeting?
I have the artistic sense of to say that I have the artistic sense of a toddler is an insult to my toddler. I can't design anything, but I'll like do a bare bones thing, I
Yeah,
guess.
we could certainly put a, check with Roberta and see if we
Yeah.
have to get town approval.
I will put it on the agenda item
And,
for
and
next.
Yeah.
say, hey, the application time is coming up, submit this
Yeah,
by January 31st, and we'll approve it in February, March, whatever the case may
Yeah.
be, and go from there,
Yeah.
sure.
just like letting, like, cause I think like my experience running for this office was nobody knew what it was. So do some outreach to publicize us and also do good. Why not?
Yeah, I got no problem with that.
Yeah, that's fine with me. All right, we'll put it on for the next agenda anyways.
Okay.
Great.
We have no executive session business to discuss tonight, so we're gonna adjourn out of regular session tonight, so. And I will entertain a motion to adjourn regular session.
I make a motion to adjourn from the regular session.
Motion made,
Second.
second by Bob, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you, all good. We are closed.
Okay.
Donna, do you know when our